Okay, good afternoon. Today is our first week of class and we are going to discuss new topic, and our topic for today is all about. All right, so before we proceed with our topic for today, let us first read our objectives. So at the end of this module, the learners should be able to apply quality standards in computer system servicing. We have the learning objective 1, plan and prepare for tasks to be undertaken. First, you have to determine requirements of tasks in accordance with the required output. Select appropriate hardware and software according to task assigned and required outcome. Plan a task to ensure that OHS guidelines and procedures are followed. And follow client-specific guidelines and procedures and apply required data security guidelines in according to existing procedures. Learning objectives 2, you have to input data into computer. So enter the data into the computer using appropriate program, application in accordance with company procedures. Check the accuracy of information and save the information in accordance with standard operating procedures. And store inputted data is in storage media according to requirements, and also perform work within ergonomic guidelines. And also, we have the learning objective 3. You have to access information using computer. Select correct program or application based on job requirements. Access program or application containing the information required according to company procedures. And select open and close desktop for navigation purposes and carry out keyboard techniques in line with OHS requirements. So from your previous lesson, you have learned that tasks can be successfully done through proper selection and use of hardware tools in accordance with the manufacturer's guidelines. So in the previous lesson, you have learned also that different tools you can use to do computer system service. So there are 4 classifications of hardware. Tools that are static discharge, hand tools, the cleaning tools, and the diagnostic tools. So we have the table 1 shows the examples of tools and their classifications. Here are those. So the first one is we have so under the electrostatic discharge, we have the anti-static wrist strap and an anti-static mat. And then on hand tools, we have the flathead screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, Torx screwdriver, hex driver, needle nose plier, wire cutter, tweezers, part retriever, and then flashlight. And then on cleaning tools, we have the lint-free cloth, the compressed air, cable ties, and parts organizer. And for the last, we have the diagnostic tools. So under diagnostic tools, we have the multimeter and the loopback adapter. Okay, so understanding the computer system. So hardware. So this is a computer hardware is the collection of physical elements that constitutes a computer system. So computer hardware, this refers to the physical parts or components of a computer. So we have here the major hardware components of a computer system. So first is the system unit. So the main part of a microcomputer, sometimes called the chassis. It includes the following parts. We have the motherboard, the microprocessor, the memory chips, the buses, the ports, the expansion slots, and the cards. So a system unit is the brain. This is the brain of a computer. It is responsible for all functions and processes. Alright, and next is, so we have, I am going to give you the input devices. So we are going to discuss first now, today is the input devices. So what are those input devices? So first one is this. What you see on the picture is a keyboard. Alright, so a keyboard. So when you say keyboard, it is the primary input device used to communicate with a computer. So a computer keyboard closely resembles a conventional typewriter keyboard with the addition of numerous keys that are used specifically for computing functions. Next is, we have here on the picture is the mouse. So before we proceed with the definition of the mouse, so let us first identify the parts of a mouse. So let me show you here, this one here. I'm gonna use this pen, the highlighter. Here's this one. That is the scroll wheel, and then the right mouse button is here, and then the left is here, and then the slide button is on the left side. So that is a mouse. So mouse is another input device used to point at objects on the computer monitor and select them. Alright, and then the third one is what we call the touch screen. So as you can see, touch screen, an example of the touch screen is a cell phone. Alright, so here, touch screen is sensitive to the touch of a finger or stylus. So when you're going to touch it, it moves. So that's a touch screen. Another example, kind of input device is we have the light pen. So light pen is an input device that is wired to a video terminal used to draw pictures or select menu options. And it may also use for do a signature. Alright, next, this one. This is a digitizer tablet. So digitizer tablet is a graphics drawing tablet used for sketching new images or tracing old ones, also called a graphics tablet. So the user contacts the surface of the device with a wired or wireless pen or pack. And this, the sixth picture is the scanning devices. So scanning devices is an also input device. This is a device that can read text or illustrations printed on paper and translate the information into a form which the computer can use. And then we have also the microphone. So microphone, it allows the user to speak to the computer in order to record a voice message or navigate software. And the last one is we have here the web camera. So this is a web camera. And web camera is used in transmitting live images over the World Wide Web. So that's all for our input devices, and we are going to continue our lesson on our output devices next meeting. So please also answer again the activities sent on your LMS, and that could be all for today, and goodbye.